Well, hello there. Yukong is here, and we just dropped the video showcasing a couple of ways that you could go about building her, but today we're going to be tackling a support DPS Yukong. We're going to have her on a slower build around 120 speed, so she takes the last action for some of our faster support characters and faster DPS characters like our Sayla as well as our Silverwolf, or maybe even our Ting Yong can come in and get that important buff because we want Yukong to put up roaring bowstrings and also use her ultimate right before they take their actions, not only doing damage with our own Yukong as we have her build as a support DPS character, but also buffing up Sayla as well as Ting, or maybe even Silverwolf as well. We also have her on an energy regeneration build, which is going to help make sure that we have the ultimate usage that we want to get as much crit chance and crit damage buffs from her ult as often as possible. All right, we get our first elite here. We're going to open up with her technique ability, and then we're just going to try to do a bunch of different stuff. Now, I would need to answer the question of, do I want to use her ability right away? Do I want to use her ult right away? And I think I do. I'm going to use Yukong into Silverwolf, into Sayla, into Ting Yun here. So let's try this out. Actually, maybe we'll do Silverwolf first. No, we'll do Ting first. No, I should have done Silverwolf first. That would have been cooler. Maybe we'd get more damage that way. So let's drop this. No crit, even with 70 crit. Big sad day. Drop this on him. Still have max stacks of bowstrings. That's a fair amount of damage. That's a fair amount with full buffs on our DPS character. Outside, we don't even have Ting buff on our carry yet, actually. Bowstrings runs out, no problem. Bowstrings back up. Let's see it. Elite. 24K? I mean, that seems kind of oof. This guy is tanky, though. Quantum time. All right, 2 stacks. We'll do this, and we'll do this to make her go again. Oh, I'm missing just the tiniest amount. It's okay, we're cycling though. Action used. We must be missing like 2 energy. 208,000 to that guy. That's actually kind of ridiculous. All right, 4 cycles. And we can't start with bowstrings this time. Oh, we do start with bowstrings. Let's do this. Do this here. Buff, make weak, and we'll wait to drop her ult. Feels bad because we just finished the level. That's kind of oofing. All right, show me the bows. Ooh, baby. And we'll make Sayla take the next turn. Full buffs. You're done, dude. You're done, son. No turns taken. Win set supports 295,000. I think we did that one. I think we got that one. Things are getting interesting. You can delay their actions by 12. Okay. We didn't get a ton of insane hunt buffs. I mean, the best one we actually got was this blue one, and we got some elation buffs. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to start with her technique, and this should be pretty interesting. So I want to, drop this into this, into this, into this. Let's see if Svarog, let's see what Svarog has in store for us. It's not the worst. Also not the worst. We'll use the skill point here. I think we kind of almost have infinity points. Almost. It's fine. Well, I'll let you hit me there. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to push him with the bow into the next phase. So I'm going to robe it. I'm going to defense break him. With all of our buffs, we should have more than enough damage. Look at it. We have 5,000 attack, 241 crit damage, 135% crit chance. If this doesn't just end this man's whole career here, I'm gonna be a little upset. This should just destroy it, right? Oh, yeah, it's gone. He's gone. Drop that into you. You get to hit me for a little tiny bit of damage. Yes, you get to look cool. Big man on campus here. And honestly, while I have all these buffs still, I'm just gonna drop it into the boss. Oh my god. Yeah, we can do this. Yep. Nope. No for you, sir. Rude. Still have the buff here. Drop it. Still have the buff. Drop it. Still have the buff. Still have the buff. Still have the buff. Drop it. Okay, finally out of the buff. Reapply buff. Give him the... All right, Yukong. Finish him. There's no defense break. No, this is going to be like 20k. It's fine. So a 0 speed support damage build, is it good? I thought that was pretty fine. We actually didn't get very many damage buffs from inside Simulated Universe, and I've used her in Memories of Chaos and stuff before as well in different builds in a faster build. But with this setup here, you saw it. With the sprightly set, you're able to get up and go right before your fast damage dealer at the start of the battle. So you can start with 2 stacks from your technique skill for your 2 other faster characters, and then you'll be 3rd when battle starts, which will allow you to re-put up your buff again on Yukong, and then your damage dealer will go. So all 3 of my characters actually have sprightly set on, which makes it so all 3 of them will always go before non-sprightly 2-piece planar ornament people. Which means that even though my Sayla is 145 speed, which is really, really fast, she's still slower than my 121 in Yukong. So I get the buff up again. And then afterwards, what happens is because I'm so slow, I'm the 4th person that goes, and Sayla gets a buff to her speed, but it'll put her in 1st or 2nd place, which will be right after my slow character of Yukong goes. And this allows me to build her for a little bit more crit chance, a little bit more crit damage. Like I said before, that 4-piece win set's kind of cool to move you up and down in case the enemy knocks someone back or knocks Yukong back, so you can keep her in the right spot during your battle. But you can use the imaginary set. It's going to give you 10 crit rate. It's going to be a cool thing for you there. And then on top of that, though, we are using attack main boots here. I'm using an energy regen rope in order to hit the 120 speed so I can get that bonus push from the sprightly setup. I actually do have a kind of fast headpiece as well as a kind of fast hand. So like 6 speed, 7 speed, that's a couple of rolls of speed. If you want to go ahead and just use like a main stat speed boot, you can do so if you so desire. And if you want to drop the energy regen build, maybe you have idle on 2, you can go ahead and put something super cool on like the 2-piece sprightly setup, keep that there, but you have like an attack percent rope. So if I want something like an attack percent rope on her, it's going to help her. It's going to bump her up from 2k to 2400, 2500 if I had that thing at plus 15. So that's a pretty cool setup. And the harmony card here, you could see it's kind of useful, sometimes kind of useless at other times. There's much better cards that you could be using. Like I could swap this one on over to past and future because the way I have it set up, yes, at the start of the battle, I'm not going to be given my DPS this damage bonus, but because she is slow, then the fastest person is going to be my damage dealer in the form of Sayla afterwards. So I'm 4th and Sayla is 1st, meaning that I'm going to be properly speed tuned because I'm so slow to be utilizing the past and future buff and getting that on your main damage dealer. You could also use something like the Brownia card if you want to have the combination of the damage buff with that speed tuning and the energy regeneration as well. But I like this build. It's probably what I'm going to be sticking with the most. If you want to see the full guide on all of the different ways to build her with all of the different breakpoints, we touch on them in the previous video. So check that one out if you're really hungry for that information. But if you want that info broken down in a build guide traditional video you'll see from time to time on this channel, then go ahead and wait for that. This should be out like tomorrow evening. Have fun out there, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.